Hi everybody, I'm Chewy, and I brought together a bunch of furries that are here to tell some stories. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hey yo, it's Wolfletech.
I'm Houndstooth.
Remmy.
And now, every con's usually pretty good, but they always have, at some point, you got a story. And it's a story that you'd never forget. And well, everybody here's got a story, and now we're going to tell you it, so you have to live with it too. So, Remy, would you like to begin?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Alright, so I got a story for you. It was MFF last year, so 2017, and I was rooming with this girl who had a predicament with this guy, okay? This guy was head over heels for her. It was pretty bad. He'd show up at like 1 a.m. and buy us tons of stuff for the room, specifically her. He would buy her like badges, art, plushies, pretty much anything she wanted, clearly trying to buy her love. And it got so bad, we walked into the room one time and we found him cuddling on the floor with her fursuit, and she wasn't even there. We don't know how we got it. We have no idea. Like how did you get here? We don't have a room card for you or anything, so it was pretty crazy. He also bought a ton of diapers for her because she thought that he was in, blah, 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 blah. We can edit that, all right?
Just keep going.
Okay.
This will stay alive.
Yeah, he bought her tons of diapers because, yeah, she wasn't really into that. So we ended up throwing them off the hotel roof. And that's that.
Ah, boy. Always with the diapers.
It was pretty bad.
Speaking of diapers,
Wait, you had a
Sounds
problem
like a
with diapers?
stinky situation.
I did it.
Well, that kind of leads into my story.
oh no.
So, we were squared a few years back. We had 2 double rooms with a room in the middle. And so we had 8 people in a room. And one of them, I didn't know this beforehand, but was into like diaper fur stuff. Now, I found this out through a few matters. Like, I didn't question it. On Friday, I found a diaper in the trash can, but I was like, I didn't know it was it until like Saturday, as you're like in there taking your shower, you look at it and you're like, oh. So anyway,
Was it a soiled diaper?
I don't know.
Was it you? That's the big
I
concern.
don't know.
That's what we all want to know.
I didn't want to touch
We
it.
ask the real questions.
But anyway, so it gets better. Now, this was the second con with my suit. I'm running all over the place, and I just ended up falling asleep at like 3 a.m. on top of my suit after I desuited and sprayed it.
It's still dirty.
Okay. But anyway, so I get awoken by one of my roommates at about 4 a.m. And I was laying in my suit, so I was like, okay, I need to get my cot out so I can sleep. So as I'm waiting to put my cot down, 30 minutes go by, and at the end of it, they're digging through their bag, tossing things left and right, and all of a sudden, where is my binky? Where is my binky? What did you just say?
Oh no.
So I'm just standing here,
He's
holding
like
my
blind
cot.
as he brings his blanket everywhere.
Jeez. And I'm holding it, it splits in half, my cot. So I'm just, it purposely folds out. But I'm just holding there, I'm just so tired, I'm just like, I don't know what you just said, but please, just hurry up. I'm just thinking this in my head. Then all of a sudden I hear, found it. They grab it, run out the room. And then I'm just like, perfect. I lay my cot down, fall asleep, wake up the next morning. The first thing on my mind was, what did they say?
Oh no. Yeah, I had one the first year I went to First Squid, which was actually my first con back in 2016. So luckily it wasn't baby furs, otherwise I don't know how many cons I would have kept going to. But I was walking around, and I only lived 30 minutes from the con, so I didn't have a room because I drove back and forth every day. So what I did instead was I stored all my stuff in a tote at one of my friend's rooms, and we were walking back after just putting it all away. And we're walking through one of the main hallways, and probably 20 feet in front of us is a fursuiter with a big stereo set around him. Like had a personal DJ kit all wrapped around him. And we didn't see this guy come up behind. we just all of a sudden saw like a blur of motion and someone jumped on top of him. Now this guy's like arms up on him and legs wrapped around him. This guy cannot support him. He's flailing around and smashes him into the window. And the window has these wooden like curtains. So those just smash and they both go down. And all of a sudden, it's like the most surrealist thing is this old lady sprinting at him and starts yelling at him like, this is like $3,000 worth of stuff. What are you thinking? And this guy's looking in panic. And all you hear is, I don't know. This was the first fursuiter I ever saw, and I didn't know what to do. And like, I kind of was scared to fursuit for a while.
Oh,
It's like, I don't want to just die because someone like tackled me and I hit something hard enough and just, ugh. What about you, Houndsy?
Well, mine probably isn't as crazy as your guys, but I did have one at a convention that was this year. If I say which one it is, I'm probably going to give myself away. But Wolfletech was there. But basically, I attended this con, and I had a roommate, and I specifically told him, like, hey, I like to talk to a lot of other people and just be in the con space. I can't really, like, devote one time, like, the whole con to, like, one person. So
Of course.
that didn't really come through clear to the person. So it ended up getting pretty awkward. He was very clingy, and that's just something I really had to deal with. And it was 3 a.m. at one point where I was in the con space, and he kind of found me, and he's like, hey, like, when are you going to come back to bed? And I was like, don't wait up for me. I'll probably be up for like a while. And he's like, no. And he's like, I'll wait for you. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh no.
And so I was pretty scared at that point. Like, I actually was pretty determined to sleep in my fursuit that day. And so when I slept over in someone else's room, while I was sleeping, he had actually walked the entire con space, every level of the hotel, looking for me.
Oh god.
So there was that, and then when he found me, he was like, dude, he's like, I didn't come here for the convention. He's like, I got this room so I could be with you. And I was like, oh my god.
What a sweetie.
What are you saying that yours wasn't as bad? That's horrifying.
It was a little interesting, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's a lot of daunting tales of people. And
Oh, wait. Can I do an extra one?
Do you have another one?
Oh my
Go
gosh, I
for
got a
it.
really good one. So the MFF lines for registration, or like the pre-reg lines and stuff, are very, very long, if you know that.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, like really long. And so you told me about the guy with the music, and that kind of reminded me of this. So the one with the Bluetooth speaker that you told, it reminds me of this other story. MFF last year, if you don't know, the reg lines are very, very long, so it's very painstaking to sit in that line and go through that whole thing. So one of my friends has this Bluetooth speaker, and we were all kind of dancing and jamming around with him. We already got our badges and stuff. And one of my friends, he's flailing his arm, and he nails this guy right in the balls.
Oh god.
And he just drops to the floor. We're like, are you okay? Are you okay? He's like, he does not say a word. He doesn't say a word. So he just goes straight to the bathroom, loses his time in line. It's probably like 2 hours. And yeah, that was that.
Oh, that's horrible. So in that situation, you were the bad person.
Yeah, I guess
like
we
that's
were.
like they
we
tell
were,
a
that was
story.
on us.
They're like, that's you. They're talking about you. So now we see the other side
Yep,
of it. Where it's
it's-
like you were that person.
Exactly.
Well, that's a lot of stories that, well, I don't know how to explain some of those. You see some strange stuff at cons. But do you have any stories? Let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear the kind of stories that you guys have. And we'll see you guys later. Bye!
Yay!
Yay!